Could this 4K AI-powered camera be your next stream cam? Let's find out. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Havoc, and this one we're gonna unbox the OBSBOT Tiny 2 camera. Now, full disclosure, OBSBOT did send this to me to unbox, but they didn't want me to just unbox it for you. They want a comparison video. So what they asked is that we compare it to the Elgato Facecam. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now let's get this unboxing going so we can check out the camera. So like I said, the crew over at OBSBOT did send this to me to unbox, but they wanted something different. They didn't want just a standard unboxing and take a look at the features. They wanted me to do a comparison video. So let's start off with taking a look at the box. Just your standard kind of white box, cardboard like that. We can recycle it. On the back, it talks about some of the features. Pretty standard, pretty straightforward. I like it. We crack it open. New era of webcam. And we have some QR codes we can scan up here. Some safety stuff. Ooh, a camera that comes with a little hard carrying case. So that's kind of cool. All right, we'll put the box aside. Before we get in, I'll set this aside over here. What do we got in here? We got the user manual, the directions. The camera is in a hard carrying case. Kind of a nylon feel on the outside. It's got covers over the zipper for a little extra waterproofing, it looks like. And then actually has a little handle for us too. I'll go ahead and crack it open. Wow. I mean, it is called the Tiny 2. But wow, it really is tiny. So nice case, molded to put everything in. We'll set the case up over here. Right here we have a USB-C cable. Now because of the USB-C cable, I'm going to imagine we need to be using USB 3.0 or higher. If you're going to use an adapter into a USB port on the back of your computer, seeing that it is a 4K camera, that's usually the case. And if not, some cameras just don't work. Or some cameras will only do 1080 like 30 or 1080 60. So make sure you're plugging it into either a USB-C port on your computer, or if you have some sort of a dongle adapter, make sure it's at least USB 3.0 plus. In this bag, speaking of dongles, I'm going to, it feels like this might be an adapter to make it USB. Yep. So we can take USB-C, turn it into USB-A. So, and it is blue, so it is 3.0 plus. So you don't need to buy a different adapter. They actually ship one with it. So that's really cool. Some companies don't do that. So good on you, OBSBOT. Over here we have, looks like the monitor mount. And it's kind of interesting. We got 3 pieces here. We'll have to figure out how this works. What I'm guessing is, yeah, we got rubberized down here. So this, pretend my finger is the monitor, it's going to sit like that. You see the lip there? The lip is going to go on the edge at the top of the monitor. And this is where it kind of gets interesting, is this little extra flap here. So we'll take a look at how that works. We have a 1/4-inch tripod thread, so you can mount it to a tripod or some other type of mount. We have little, looks like maybe battery terminals there. We'll have to look into what that does. We have our USB-C on the back, and that's really it. On the front, we have the logo. Oh, we have 2 little cutouts here, so I'm going to assume those are for a microphone. And then the camera itself is very, very small. So we'll spin it around here. And then there's a little film cover over the top there. I'm not going to take that off yet. Let's see if we can figure out how to utilize, oh, it's a magnet. Okay, so this is magnetized and it's got a really strong magnet. you can take the, I mean, it's on there pretty good, but it's not so much where you can't get it off of it. So we can take this thing, if it goes straight up and down like that, you could actually take your camera and maybe do like a top-down situation. So there's a lot of different angles they afford you to do. What's kind of not great as I'm playing with this right now is how if I want to adjust this metal piece to kind of adjust where I put the camera comes off. So you really have to adjust it to where you think your angle is going to be and then put the camera on. So not a deal breaker, but it's kind of annoying. Like if I want to lift it up to like tilt the camera. So I don't know, it's interesting concept. So let's look at the size comparison, because like I said, they wanted to compare it versus an Elgato face cam. So we'll close up the base here, and you can see that the size difference is crazy. So the face cam is a lot bigger. I have the monitor mount on here. It brings it up. We have the monitor mount over here. You can see it's much smaller. We'll go with side profile. I can spin the little OBSBOT here. Side profile. On the back, obviously we both have USB-C. And then the side. So the OBSBOT is a lot smaller. But, you know, that is also why, you know, it's called the Tiny 2. Alrighty, so let me go get this plugged in and we'll come back and start taking a look at it. So right now we have the OBSBOT hooked up, and what I'm recording now is what you see through that camera. The quality is pretty dang good. I'm going to run through some of the manual here. How I said earlier, we didn't need the manual. Well, the manual has some good stuff about gestures, and this does voice commands too. So for example here, let's go, if you want to turn off the camera, I'll say this, the camera will go blank, obviously, then I'll bring it back up. Sleep, Tiny. So you can see, camera gone. Now to wake it up, hi, Tiny. And there we go, we're back. You can wake it up and put it to sleep with voice commands, which is pretty darn cool. All right, so now let's check out the face tracking. They call it human tracking. Track me. So now the light on it is blue, and if we move around, it'll track us. When we're ready for it to be all done and stop face tracking us, all you have to do is say, unlock me. And the light will turn back to green and it's no longer tracking us. So that's pretty cool. We can zoom in. So we can say, zoom in closer. And ooh. And to zoom back out, we say, zoom out further. So this also does gesture control. So I think this is actually kind of better than the voice, but if we want to do face tracking or human tracking, all you have to do is hold up a hand. It recognizes it and then follows us. And when you're ready for it to stop, all you have to do is put that hand back up again and it turns off. Let's say you want to zoom in, you do this. And then when you're ready for it to zoom back out, you just do it again. So that's actually really cool. It also has dynamic zoom, and I haven't figured out yet how to make that work correctly. It says you do this. The light flashes, but I'm not sure how to make it do anything. So if you know how to make it do the dynamic zoom or what that's supposed to do, let me know down in the comments. I can't quite figure it out. But it has HDR, and I think that's really cool, the whole kind of face tracking and stuff like that. It also has, you can do hand tracking. So if you're doing something where you are wanting to track the hand, if you're like doing some crafting or stuff top down, it has whiteboard mode, so it can see if you're writing on a whiteboard and really sharpen the focus on that. And then there's a desk mode where this says the camera will automatically tilt down 30 degrees to shoot the desk from above and automatically correct the shot for high quality visual effects. Right now, our settings with the camera here, like I said, we're going through the OBSBOT. My settings, let me take a look here. I'll read them off to you. Unfortunately, because of OBS, I can't show you. We are running 1920 by 1080 at highest FPS, which I think is 60. So we're not going 4K right now. Let me switch it over to a 4K picture and I'll show you what that looks like. Here we are with the resolution of 3840 by 2160, and we are running at 30 FPS. So the image looks really great still. Let's try the whole zoom in thing here. It still looks pretty great zoomed in. Zoom it back out. Let's try the face tracking. But the picture's so wide, it doesn't have to retract so much, but it still works pretty great. I'll turn that off. All right, now let's take a look at the next resolution up. The camera also has a built-in resolution of 4000 by 3000 if you want to do kind of a, portrait-y type looking thing here. Oh, I just turned on face tracking. So something to note there when if you talk with your hands a lot, you might trigger something with the camera. I'm sure we can turn that off in the software, but I wanted to show you this because this is a built-in resolution and this is also at 30 FPS. So I messed around with the settings a little bit, and in a 16 by 9 setup, the highest I was able to get it to go is 3840 by 2160, but it's still a really amazing picture. And if I compare it to, let's say, let me switch over to my Canon M50 Mark II with the nice Sigma lens. You can see it looks very, very similar. I don't see a whole lot, even color-wise. I didn't do anything with color or anything, so this has a really nice, crisp picture. Here we have the Elgato Facecam, and this is just straight setup, no settings changed. I plugged it in, added it to OBS. So you can see we have a lot of work we need to do here with the camera settings to get it to hopefully look a little better. So for the Elgato Facecam, all I'm going to do is everything is going to be set to automatic where I can. Now, let me go ahead and put the two together. We'll do a little kind of music so you can kind of see the difference side by side between the two cameras, and then we'll come right back. And as you can see now, we're back on the OBSBOT Tiny 2. Sorry to subject you to those sweet dance moves, but let me know what you thought of the camera quality when compared to the Elgato Facecam. Let me know down in the comments below. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much to the OBSBOT crew for sending this camera over. I think this is going to be great for a couple uses in my specific case. So I have a top-down camera, as you saw when we first got into this video to unbox. I think this camera is going to be great for that, as a much better quality than literally the Canon 90D that I'm using now for the top-down. And it's also going to be great for when I do like barbecue streams this summer, and I could put this camera outside on a tripod and just set up the face tracking, and It's just going to follow me around, and that's going to be super clutch. So if you're looking to pick one of these up, I'll put a link in the description below of where you can get one. OBSBOT, I love the quality of the camera. Like I said, I haven't installed the software, so this is just out of the box. There is software you can download. It does have a firmware update. This video of recording is the middle of June 2024. And I just looked, and the beginning of June 2024, there is a firmware update. So I haven't even done the firmware update. This is just straight from the factory, out of the box, no software. If you would like me to do a video covering the software, and for the content creators out there, if you want a video to see how we can make this work with your Stream Deck, let me know. I'm happy to create a video on that. So once again, thank you for the crew for sending this camera over. I'll put a link in the description below of where you can pick it up. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep doing good.